Hey guys, it's February 7th. Oh, Catherine here. And it's February 7th, and I'm back at you today with another Valentine's Day charm. I am making a charm today for my aunt, and I wanted to make a charm that was fun and happy and for celebrating, because that is what I think my aunt is about. So for her, I would like to make a tiny wine bottle charm. And to do that, I have mixed up some purple and some red and a little bit of black to make this burgundy color. So I'm going to use this, and I've rolled it into a ball first and then started rolling it toward one end so that it is, well, smaller at one end than the other. And then I'm sort of just flattening out the bottom. Go. See if I can't get something a little more uniform. There we go. And bring the top down a little bit. And then what I've got is a bit of translucent clay rolled out here, just as thin as I can make it, because I just want it to be right on the outside to give the illusion of glass. Go. And I'm just sort of shaping my wine like a bottle right now. Here we go. See if I can't get that a little more even by rolling it. That's better. That's something that I like more. All right. And actually, I'm going to just do it as a tube and then see if I can't. Go. Just everything even and nice and even, and shorten it up just a little bit, and there we go. And then I will just pinch the top in just a little bit, just to give it the shoulder of the bottle. Go. Then flatten that out, because liquid doesn't come up to a point inside the bottle. Hopefully, anyway. All right, and that gives me a fairly wine bottle shape, because the wine isn't going to come all the way up through the neck. So now what I've got to do is lift up my translucent clay. So if I can get it off of my work surface, now that I've rolled it out as thin as I possibly can, and lay my bottle right in the center, and then pull one side over it and bring the other side over to meet it, and meet them up around the bottle, and then trim them off. So to trim it off, I'm just going to stab it right through and cut down and cut up. There we go. Set that aside for now. And this X-Acto knife had a little bit of red on it. That's okay. I will clean that off too. There we go. And then bring the translucent clay to a meeting, smooth it over, and grab my toothpick and just roll it along it to make everything join nicely. And then take my bottle and roll it too, because it needs to be back in round. There we are. And then going to bring the neck up and fold it over and smooth it around. And there's a thin spot right, well, it's all thin, but there is a thinner spot right there that I would like to cover. So I'll just take a tiny bit of translucent and lay it on and smooth it down with the rest. That actually worked out kind of nicely. Go smooth. Just make everything smooth because it is meant to be a glass wine bottle. And the translucent clay will go more translucent in the oven. It just has to make it there. Go. There's a black spot on it. Get that off. All right, and then take the bottom and smooth it down over and pinch off the excess, and then smooth it over some more and take off the excess again and smooth it over some more. And then the bottom of wine bottles are tricky. So I'm going to want to make this as even as possible, which actually the toothpick is working really well for that. I totally recommend the toothpick as a sculpting tool from here on out. Oh, but I will grab those little bits of black off. I don't know where I'm picking up these bits of black from. Well, probably my work surface or my hands or something. Go, and then what I'm going to do is grab my dotting tool and put a divot in the bottom, because wine bottles have this sort of foot around the bottom of them and they curve up in the center. This is to allow them to grip onto surfaces better because they are made of glass and they are filled with liquid and they do get stored for a relatively long time and they often will travel. So they need to be made to be kept and stored, but also travel places. There we go. So that gives us the upturn in the bottom. And then they also often have marks, extra bits of glass on the foot to allow them to grab surfaces a little better. So I'm going to simulate that by just putting marks in with my flat spatula tool. There we go, and that finishes the bottom of the bottle. Now for the neck. I've got it pinched and drawn up higher than the level of the wine inside is at. And I am going to take my dotting tool and just open up the neck of the bottle. There we go. Down in so that it's open. And then I'm going to take just a tiny bit of tan clay and roll it into a cork, because there's no sense in doing things by halves. There we are, a cork that can then go into the bottle. And now that it's inside of the bottle, it can be straightened up around the cork, and then the cork can be cut off so that it's almost flush with the bottle. Because why not have it sticking out just a little bit? Imply that the bottle's been opened and sampled. There we are. And then, when I'm liking the shape and the stand of it and how it's working, I am going to take and place an eye pin inside of it. And I do know that this bottle is tall enough for the eye pin to just go straight down in. So I'm going to support the neck with one hand and press the eye pin all the way down through. And then I'm going to bake this, and afterward I'm going to come back and just put a light swatch of white across one side for the label. This is going to be the wine bottle charm, and there we have it. Not too bad for a Valentine's Day charm, if I do say so myself. Let me know what you guys think. If you enjoyed it, tell me. If you don't like it, tell me that too. I want to make things that people enjoy, and I need to know whether or not you liked it in order to do that. Well, this has been February 7th, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye!